let's jump into your preliminary rankings at the wide receiver position. So, top five at the wideout position to date. This is subject to change, but to date, Drew and Headley's respective top five just missed the cut. Who just missed the cut?
We got Jalen Hyatt. Some people have him high as wide receiver 2, but he's not in my top 5 just yet. Keyshawn Butte, wide receiver LSU, just missed my 5. He was probably number 1 coming in, but hasn't really produced. Not all his fault. And Jackson Smith-Njigba, another guy that was high on people's boards and hasn't really played that much. And when he does, it's a Marvin Harrison Jr. show over there. So he hasn't really produced like a lot of people thought he would come into the year.
Like, who's in your top 5? No Hyatt, no
Jackson,
like,
what's going on?
Who's in your top 5? What about you, Drew?
I got the two of the same in terms of Butte hasn't showed up. Yeah, he just hasn't shown up unless he's playing Florida. And then Jackson Smith-Njigba, he hasn't shown up because he's been injured since the Notre Dame game. Brandon Jackson, the safety?
Brandon Joseph.
Joseph. Yeah, pretty much kind of ruined this man's season, man. That was one guy I really, really wanted to see because I wanted to see, can he play outside? Because obviously, if he play outside, he can actually be the number 1 receiver, but we ain't seen it. So, and then also have Jacob Cowing, number 2, the wide receiver for Arizona.
All right. At number 5, Drew has Josh Downs of North Carolina, and Headley, you have Quentin Johnston, big receiver out of TCU. Start with you, Headley. What do you like about Johnson? Why is he number 5?
Yeah, some people are going to kill me for that because a lot of people have him as 1 or 2. It's a lot of guys. There was 4 other guys I like over him, but Quentin Johnston, the physical specimen, he can go up and get it. He tracks the football really well down the field. The reason I have him so low is just the route tree. I'm not sure he can run a complete route tree right now. And also, he has a lot of these concentration type drops. He catches the easy one. I mean, catches the hard one sometimes, misses the easy ones. I just want to see him clean up some of those drops at the next level. But, yeah, he's a guy, man. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of Mike Evans, especially after the catch.
That's an insult to Johnston, bro. But it is what it is. Josh Downs for me. I talked about him earlier.
Wait. What part of that was an insult to Johnston?
Bro, he's better after the catch than Mike Evans.
No,
bro. No, he doesn't, bro. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, bro.
It's one thing in particular. When he catches the ball to the back to the defense and he turns his body, that's Mike Evans all day. Mike Evans has patented that move.
Okay, I was thinking like after he caught it
as a ball carrier.
Yeah,
as a ball carrier.
Yeah, he's different.
I think Drew is saying that he's a superior player as a ball carrier.
Yes, Mike's yak is ugly, bro. He leaves a lot to be desired in terms of, you know what I'm saying. But he keeps himself safe, so I'll take it.
That's what Mike say, man. My responsibility is to stack DBs. That's
it, bro. Stack it.
I'm stacking.
I might make one guy miss, and then I'll probably go down after that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Josh Downs, wide receiver for North Carolina. He is the baller for that team. He is the offense. This man's had 40 catches in the past 3 games, something crazy like that. It might be more than that, to be honest with you. This is a guy he knows how to get open, man. He's savvy, he's shifty, he's quick, he's twitchy, he's fast. And, some of those guys like that are usually like, well, they're going to use their speed to kind of get open. Nah, man, he can do it. He can do it subtle. He can do it sudden. He can do it. It's just he's got a little stutter step, a little stop and go. He's got an entire package waiting for DBs and safeties and heaven forbid a linebacker. It's fun to watch him, man. He's dominating right now for UNC and I think they won their side of the conference, by the way. FSU. What's going on?
Yeah, they locked it up.
Yeah, they locked it up.
They're not on our side.
I know.
They're on the easy side, the Miami side.
Come on, man. Number four, Cedric Tillman. You have Cedric Tillman out of Tennessee, and Headley has Rashee Rice from SMU.
Yeah, this is production, bro. The guy produces, and I know this year it's not as high as last year, but he balled last year, had over, I think it was over 1,200 yards or nearly 1,200 yards, and he probably would have had more than that this year with the offense they was doing and the stuff Hendon Hooker was doing. He missed, 4 or 5 games? He's a guy who can stack folks. He's a guy who can, he's got a little twitch, little speed to him. And I like him. I really, really like him on the perimeter, though. on the outside.
I'm kind of mad because I lost my notes on Rasheed Rice. I'm gonna just let it out there, but from what I remember, man, it's just unfair. The competition he goes against. He plays on the outside, physical, yards after the catch, go up and get it. He just checks a lot of boxes, man. So and he's the go-to guy over there. So I like Rasheed Rice at number 4.
All right. Next up, number 3, Drew has the aforementioned Quentin Johnston out of TCU, and of course, Headley has Josh Downs.
Yeah, we switched there. It's
Yeah.
funny, bro. See how we got it? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnston. We making up names, bro. I gotta make them up. TCU wide receiver. You know, this is a guy who can play both slot and on the outside. I know that TCU, it took him a minute to get him started. I think he was coming off of injury. And once he got going, he got going. This is a guy, just get him the football. He's going to make things happen, whether it be behind the line of scrimmage, be beyond the line of scrimmage. Guy who can catch the deep ball. He dominated a dominant game against Oklahoma last year. I don't know if that's even like a plus. We know Oklahoma defense ain't been good in a minute. But he dominated in that game. And I mean, for the past about, not this past week, but the past few weeks, you see what he is, man, and what he can be. And some people actually have him as wide receiver 1, and that may be recency bias. But I've been on this guy since, last year watching the tape, man. And I think he has all the attributes that you want from a receiver because he is big, he is fast, he is strong. But like Headley said, one of the concerns you do have is him actually catching the football, concentration drops. But I'll take that guy. I'll take that. It ain't he ain't got the yips and nothing like that. So, just focus, man.
Just focus.
Yeah, Josh Downs. Drew talked about him earlier, but he's a one-on-one nightmare. Quickness, suddenness. It's the route pace. It's I don't know what he's gonna do. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? Is he going vertical? Is he going to the post? Is he going into the post corner? We don't know what he's gonna do. If you don't get hands on him, he's probably gonna get open. He's been a security blanket, the third down option for Drake May all season. He's dominant, man. And some people are gonna say, well, you can't play on the outside. He's just gonna dominate in the slot, and at the next level, that's where guys are dominating.
That's for sure. The game is being played inside out more than ever. At number 2, Drew has Jordan Addison out of USC, and Headley has Cedric Tillman all the way up at number 2. Start with you, Headley, since you're really high on Tillman.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. And it was before even the season started. I loved Tillman. I was kind of upset that he got hurt. And, Jalen Hyatt took over. He held it down. But Tillman has always been the guy over there for Tennessee. It's just the physical outside. I love how he sells the deep routes, the comeback, the hitches. He's going to be a security blanket at the next level on the outside where I need this play. Who's going to get open? And I think Cedric Tillman is the guy that's going to be always open because how physically he is at the top of his routes, how he creates that little bit of separation. It might not be seen as much on tape, but it's always right there for the quarterbacks. And I think a quarterback's going to trust him at the next level. And once he catches the ball, he runs with physicality and he can gain some yak.
Yeah, Jordan Addison, a wide receiver out of USC. He's the transfer from Pittsburgh. He's also the Biletnikoff Winner Award of last year. And that's i.e. wide receiver of the year. And you saw it this year. He ended up getting hurt. Was it Achilles or ankle or I forget what it was, but he got injured. But this guy's a baller, man, and I gotta respect him, man. I was trying to putting him down a little bit. I was like, man, I see him at Pittsburgh. He's a guy who can turn bad balls into good balls. He's a guy you can throw the ball up to. He's not overly big or overly huge, but he will go up and get the football. But he's a guy who he can work in small spaces, man. Catch a pass and he's dangerous in the open field, man. And you saw that at USC. Caleb Williams getting the ball to him consistently over and over. He was dominant for the first couple of weeks until he got injured. But yeah, man, that dude's the real deal, man.
All right, and your first ranked receivers, respectively, thus far, preliminary rankings here for the 2023 NFL Draft at the receiver position. Drew, you have Rasheed Rice out of SMU, and Headley, you have Jordan Addison, who is Drew's second-ranked receiver.
Yeah, Rasheed Rice, bro. He's the whole package, bro.
That's your guy.
He's the whole package, bro. Big, strong, fast, can create separation, has some subtleness to his game. He understands, positioning in terms of the cornerback and where they're at and where he's supposed to be. He understands zones to get into the holes of the zones. If I need to shift over a little 2-3 feet to my left, I'm gonna do that. Give my show my number to the quarterback, and he has strong hands. I do got one concern that I saw when I'm gonna check the stats for him, but is just holding on to the football after he catches it, man, because that boy can run, bro. He can run and he can make people miss in the open field.
Yeah, the body control for Rashee Rice is really impressive.
Yeah, and it's nice too. Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, Headley.
Yeah. My concern about Rashee Rice is not really his fault. It's just the competition he's playing against. We've seen guys come into the league. I remember Corey Davis was one of those guys where he dominated his level of competition. The next level, he's still in the league. He's doing all right, but that's the only thing that concerns me about Rashee Rice. But the tape doesn't lie, and he puts up good numbers. My number one, Jordan Addison, wide receiver, USC. Last year, he was at Pittsburgh, and you saw him, the vertical. He ran a lot of vertical routes, a lot of, deep down the field routes. And I'm like, how is his route running, And what I see from USC this year, a lot of more route running, a lot more nuance, his release. I like his release when he comes off the line. Also, at the next level, NFL teams, they're going to find a way to get him off of the jam, because I think that's his biggest concern is, can he beat the jam? Can he beat the press? But this guy could play outside. He could come inside also. And I think an offensive coordinator is going to probably use him a lot just to free him up so he could get out in space, because once he catches a football, he's hard to bring down. He can make guys miss. He gets that yak, and he's a big play guy.
All right. It's an interesting point there, Headley, regarding, the team, ultimately the team that drafts him, how they deploy him, right? So, of course, there may be a concern a little bit about how he deals with physical press coverage, but there are ways around that. There are methods. If you have a creative offensive coordinator, play caller, stack releases, motion, you're going to put your guys in position to be successful, because he does so many things well, even though he may have a weakness there as it pertains to beating the press at times. There are methods to mitigate that. So there you have it. That's Headley and Drew's preliminary top 5 receivers, the 2023 NFL draft.